Hello friends, today I'm going to talk a little bit about Thornwood and small details that can help you vastly improve your trash. First things first, let's talk about mechanics and CCs. The spot has a few different waves, including normal mob wave, elite wave, and decay spawn. In order for a wave to spawn, there has to be 3 or less small mobs. Calcs don't seem to count for this, and you can have 4 or even 5 at a time, and the next wave will start to appear. The normal wave happens 5 times, spawning an elite wave of 4 mobs after you kill the last one. Every 4th set of elites, a decay will spawn, resetting the wave counter. Also, do keep in mind that witches and wizards' red orb skill will sometimes bug out and reset the counter as well, preventing you from getting decay spawns. Avoid using it if possible. From my tests, and while looking at other Garmoth submissions, I concluded that it's very efficient to use Agris on the 4 elites and decay, even if it's very inconvenient, since we still don't have an Agris toggle. Trash-wise, for me, Agris adds about 300 million worth of trash, for as little as 16k Agris per hour. For CCs, the stun resist is the most important to max here, since the small mobs will keep block jumping you to try and stun, just like in Crypt. Knockdown is very optional though, since it's only performed by calcs and some of the decay skills, which are very telegraphed and can be dodged or super armored. And if you're grinding on one of those spots with a lot of rocks and trees, you can get calcs stuck by standing with your back to them, which makes grinding without KD resist a lot more manageable. Now, let's talk about gear requirements, buffs, and different build options. For efficient grind, I would suggest starting the spot at around 950 monster AP, including consumables and all self buffs, but excluding your add-on. Depending on the class, you can start grinding here earlier, but it won't be as good money and fun-wise compared to other relevant spots. DP-wise, the absolute minimum for chill grind is 383 with 3 fallen gods for Witch, Guardian and Wusa, and 395 and higher for other classes. For buffs, setups and crystals, various builds can be found in my Discord, but the best build damage-wise is only maxing stun resist and using this set of consumables. Most classes won't have any problem dodging calcs, but if you do, you can make an optimal stun and KD resist build by losing around 35 monster AP. In my opinion, it's not really worth to do this, but in the end, the decision falls on you. Lifestone wise, you'll be looking at Deathblow in most cases. Exceptions being classes with 100% crit rate, like Succession Guardian, or rotatable tier 3 add-ons to max out crit rate, like Succession Wusa. In that case, you're going to use Fallen or All Out Attack. For which one is better, you should consult Garmoth Damage Calc, since the choice might differ build to build. There are also some highly optional Amity buffs, like Heidel Caroline for 10% critical damage for 30 minutes, or Atanis Pond 5 combat damage for an hour. Personally, I don't bother going out of my way to get them, unless I'm going to use a coin or recording a video for new personal best. For rotations, I prefer doing either number 3 or number 2, since those two have very close by horse locations. For number 3, you can even put it inside mobs if your tier 9 or tier 10 is high enough level, since mobs won't even aggro to it. Trash wise, I found both of those to be within 1k trash of each other. Now then, let me share some tips that helped me climb in trash numbers from high 25k to low 29k. First things first, use your E-buff on cooldown. Don't hold it for a special wave or decay. If you use it, more often than not, it will align with decay spawn either way. If you're struggling with killing elites fast, try to focus on the small mobs when they spawn during the wave, since killing most of the elites and some small mobs triggers next wave. Same goes for decay spawn, but mobs she spawns are pretty spread out. That's where your vacuum skills come in handy. For example, Succession Guardian's Shift Q, Berserker's Last Rabam, and Witch Wizard's Shift F as well as Shift Z Rabam. In recent hours, I started focusing on the small mobs during decay spawns more, to instantly force the next wave, and focus it as well while cleaving the decay. This appeared to be very important for trash, since after I started doing it, I went from an average of 28.5 to 29.2 without any NPC buffs. Now then, most of the stuff explained, I wanted to show you guys a 10-hour test I did during current drop event. With just 16k Agris an hour, I was able to pull an insane 2.5 billion average across 10 hours without using any NPC buffs. Most of those hours were also down on stream, so if you want to see some PvE, be sure to check me out. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.